Hello everyone, this is Keith Rowe with Vital Healing. This week's Substack is called Slowing Down Enough to Notice: What Turtles Taught Me About Attention. It came from an afternoon along Piney Creek when I realized how much I miss when I move too quickly through the world. What started as curiosity about turtles turned into something deeper about presence and paying attention. Here it is. Over the last few weeks, I kept noticing turtles out on Piney Creek, even when the air temperature was hovering in the high 30s. I was cold, and the wind was cutting across my face. Still, they were surfacing and floating in the sun. At first, it was simple curiosity. Why were they out on a day like that? And what was happening beneath the surface that I couldn't see? The longer I sat, the more I realized that I had assumed something that wasn't true. I thought winter meant that turtles disappeared. It doesn't. I began to realize the creek was holding more warmth than I expected, and the turtles were simply responding to that, rising into the sunlight when it was there, climbing out onto logs, and settling back down when they needed to. Nothing dramatic, just life unfolding. A quiet process that keeps moving whether I pay attention or not. And what stayed with me was how quickly I can mistake stillness for emptiness, and how easy it is to be somewhere without ever really arriving. As I noticed, the turtles weren't performing. They weren't trying to prove anything. They were simply responding to the world around them. The only reason I saw it is because I stopped. There is something grounding about that. Something that brings me back into my body and back into a closer relationship with the world around me instead of just passing through it. That afternoon, the creek was moving, the turtles were surfacing, and the beavers passed through without apology. And for just a few minutes, I was able to arrive. If this reflection resonated with you, there are a few ways to stay connected. There's a full episode from that afternoon along Piney Creek where you can catch the experience unfold in real time. I continue sharing reflections like this each week through the written Substack. We also host a free monthly breathwork gathering on the third Thursday of each month for anyone who wants to practice slowing down in a more intentional way. You can find the details for all of that in the show notes. Thank you for taking time to listen, and thank you for paying attention. It matters more than we often realize. As always, I'm grateful to walk this vital healing journey with you as we continue to find our way back to ourselves and back to each other. Until next time.